see if I can't get this. My tripod is, whoa. Okay, whoops. Let me just see if I can get this going. Hey, Tigger. Yes, thank you for your Christmas card, Tigger. Tigger, Tina, and Donna. Tina Elliott. Donna Lull. Okay. How are we doing? Right there. If I could just get it to hold right there. So what we have today, and I'm calling this the Stitchin' Bitch. Now, I cannot read the chat. Let me just see here. Make sure it's on live. I can't see the chat unless you folks are talking. But what I have here, I don't know if I'm going to get them all done. I'd wear long pants, folks, except, you know, it is what it is. So we have B. McDonald. And we have Joanne A. And M. And M. Shore. Okay. So let's get our needle threaded here. I know I should have been ready, but I got wood. I got supper on the wood stove. And no, I haven't got my... Can I move this back? There we go. I'm sorry for the view of my legs, folks. Nothing I can do about it. Where are my scissors? There they are. Hey, Sherry. So we're going to start calling this the Stitchin' Bitch. Because you folks ask me all kinds of questions and they end up coming out, you know. This is our time for talking. Okay. Thread our needle here. People have been asking me how I feel about Trudeau stepping down. Too little, too late. That's what I say. Too little. This is Joanne A. or Joanne Anderson. And these are this beautiful purple polka dot or lilac polka dot. Resigning now is not enough. Because what happened is he's prorogue government, which means everything's frozen until the 24th of March. I know. Hi, Nugget. Hey, Kimmy girl. Tigger bouncing, Sherry Leach. Because now government's going to be frozen. Now, we could very easily, if things go the way they're supposed to, get ourselves a spring election, like in April. Ooh, listen, look at that wind. But the truth is it's Jagmeet won. Everybody's getting their pensions. Thank you, Jagmeet, which is going to cost us somewhere in the nature of, I don't know, $200 million or something for Canadians to pay their pensions for the rest of their lives. Now, if anybody, let's just do a recap. Yes, he can still do major damage, but let's just do a little recap, okay? Chrystia Freeland. Let's look at who may take his place. See, if they had done this, 6 months ago. Hi, Evelyn. If they had done this 6 months ago, we could have had an election. We could have got a new party leader. But him stepping down just means they're going to get a new party leader. It does not... Okay, you guys can't see what I'm stitching here, can you? It is not... It's not... Let me think about this. We need an election. If we got an election, Trudeau would be gone tomorrow. But instead, we're going to have this stupid leadership race for the Liberal Party. If they had done this 6 months ago, we could have an election right now, right? But now we've got to go through a leadership race for the Liberal Party, which is absolutely redonkulous. Because all that's going to do is tie up our government, possibly until October. But if, and there is nobody wants to be the leader of the Liberal Party as it stands. Why? Because it's been tainted by Justin Trudeau. We don't want Mark Carney. Why don't we want Mark Carney? Where'd my neat pin go? Hi, Frugal Deb. We don't want Mark Carney because from what I hear, he is the guy who fully 100% endorsed the carbon tax. So, and if we don't do something fast, oh, for God's sakes, do I got a knot in here right in the very beginning of the needle? Oh, for heaven's sake. We don't want, everybody's going to be tainted by the fact that they supported Trudeau, especially Chrystia Freeland. So nobody wants the leadership at this point because he's ruined it for anybody who thinks they might be able to win an election, right? He's completely ruined the Liberal Party that once wasn't a bad party. The Liberals make sure everybody get looked after. The Conservatives make sure everything's enforced. Well, I can't see any chat here, folks. There's nobody talking but me. So yeah, in a way, it's a good thing Trudeau has stepped down. But what should have happened is an election be called so that he can go out with some dignity. Not dignity for him, but dignity for the Liberal Party. Liberal Party, if they called an election right now, they'd only get 6 seats. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to forget that everybody who is possibly in position to run the Liberal Party, nobody's going to forget that all these people supported Trudeau. He's tainted the entire Liberal Party because he's an egotistical, empty-headed sock puppet narcissist, right? So let's move this over like this. So I have supper in the on the wood stove. Don't know if it's going to cook, but it is a video. And no, I don't have my oven top done yet. Okay, everybody, here's the deal. I've been asking Howie to build that for me since September, because I told him this was going to be a whole new series. And so what I asked when he said, what do you want for Christmas? I said, I want my wood stove top oven. Oh, and there's barbecue paint. He's going to scrub down the whole wood stove and top it with barbecue paint, as well as the oven with barbecue paint. But the thing is, folks, is you may not get any videos on this until next winter, because I've tried to explain to my husband that it is a time thing. We don't run the wood stove every single day until the weather gets extremely cold, which starts in January. It is now January. It's now January, and I've got the wood stove going, but I have no wood stove oven top. Now, here's the problem, folks. Don't think I'm bitching. Well, I am bitching, but don't think for a minute that I'm saying my husband doesn't do good things. He does wonderful things. But I'm going to tell you that I went on to Temu, okay? This is how far I requested this. So it's been more than a year. I went on to Temu, and they had these little tin 3-sided shields that you could put around a camp stove to keep the wind from blowing your camp stove out. And now he said, what are you looking at? And I said, well, I was thinking of doing one of these for around the wood stove, at the top of the wood stove, and then I just put a cookie sheet on top of it. Oh, I can build you something better than that. And I said, really? Now, folks, that was over a year ago. And then I've been bugging him since August, September, right? And now I get it Christmas. And when he asked me what I wanted for Christmas, I said I wanted a pair of lined slippers, preferably moccasins. He couldn't get them. He couldn't find them. I want my wood stove oven top built and all the video footage so that I can do a video after Christmas showing how you put it together. And I want a spice rack. So I got a hood range for the stove, which was awesome, which he's going to do a video installing. It's sitting on the floor over there. I'm not down. I am not running my husband down. I'm just telling you the reality, okay? In his mind, winter is all about working on his car. That's why I asked a year ago when he told me he could build that for me. He said, draw me a picture or, make it clear what you want. Give me the money for the metal and I'll do it. That was last spring, I do believe. And then in September, I explained to him that it needed to be done in time for wood stove season. So when he asked what I wanted for Christmas, I said, I want you to build me a spice rack for my jars. He bought me a spice rack that has to be mounted, which hasn't been done yet. He bought me a hood range for over top of my kitchen stove, which has not been installed, which he also promised a video on. And my oven top for my wood stove. I got a sheet of metal with a promise that videos to follow. Now today, that video came out today, folks. And I'm not going to ride his butt anymore. If he doesn't get it done, not my fault. It's that simple. So, yes, I can come up with the amazing ideas and the materials, but I can't make Howie do something. You got to remember, we're getting old. We're getting tired. He works all day, and then he works in the shop all weekend. Okay? So we gotta now fit into Howie's schedule, is all I'm saying. Okay? Yes, this is what I have been working on here. This is what I have been working on. This is my pile. This pile has to be ironed before it can go in the bag. And is my heater on? Yes, it is. Jeez, crackers, like I need more heat. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So the bitching part of this stitch and bitch is pretty much done. I made supper and I put it in the Dutch oven on a wire rack. It's a video. You will see it in the next couple of days, but you will also see why I need that shield. Because the shield will direct heat back down on top of any Dutch oven that I'm working with. And that creates an oven effect. But I don't have it yet, so it's not going to happen anytime soon. We'll see. We will see. And if you guys get impatient with my stovetop. I'll give you Howie's email address. You can bug him. Isn't that pretty? I love purples. Love purples. I love color, period. I love color. I remember walking in, there was a girl who used to work at Giant Tiger, and she was always dyeing her hair different colors and stuff. And I didn't see her at Giant Tiger for a long time. I guess she doesn't work there anymore. And one day I walked into Costco and I didn't recognize her, but she was completely dressed in a cross between this color and this color. And she was just so vibrantly purple that I stopped dead in my tracks. And I said, "Oh, look at you. You just made my day." And she said, "Because purple's your favorite color." And I said, "How did you know?" And then she laughed because I was wearing this shirt, my purple ears, carrying a purple purse, and a purple jacket. So I said, "I guess it's obvious, eh?" But the energy that comes from color, all right, it is such an amazing thing. Color, if you don't think about it, light is all colors. Colors are just refractions of light, right? All right, let's get you, drop you there. I'm gonna swivel right there, line it up. So yeah, I have supper's in the oven. I got dishes to do, and that's my day. I am not editing tonight's supper video for tomorrow. You guys are just going to have to live with a stitching bitch for tomorrow. This is for all the people who aren't watching it live. God, my hands don't work anymore. I mean, the things I used to be able to do with my hands just feel wooden and clunky now, I don't feel like I can get a grip on it. And once I get a grip, it's okay. It's good, Oh my goodness. Oh, we've lost a few people. Why aren't you folks talking? I can't see any chat unless you guys talk, because I have this cast to my TV. I can't watch the chat on my phone. There we go. Go. Beautiful, Clark. 2 more to do. And then you guys let me know if you want me to do 1 more on camera. And did I say thank you to Donna, Tina, and Wendy? I got your Christmas cards and recipes and seeds. Thank you very, very much. Okay, and then we're going to start this. See where I start it, right? Right here. Let me pull this and show you. Right in from the corner, see? Again, if you aren't good at freehanding, please use this pattern as a paper piece. Now, somebody asked me to send them the pattern, but you need to give me your email address so I can scan it and you can print it off. Do you understand? I have to scan it out of the book if you want it, and then send it to you via email. So some folks have asked for that, and we go right up to the best place to notice where see where the pin is? See where this pin is? It's in from the corner of this fabric. See? And that's where it stops. And that's where it starts on the next trip around. There we go. And maybe tomorrow I'll bake some bread on the wood stove. The only problem is I really love, okay, let's give this 1 more. And now I'm going to have to cut this off. This looks simple, but I tell you, I have made so many mistakes learning how to do this, piece this by hand, that I am, oh no. There it is. Okay. That I may make it look easy, but it's not. Now this is see how you can see where the yellow fabric is sandwiched between these two pieces of lavender. Where all three pieces meet is where I put the pin, okay? Where all three pieces meet and then down in from the corner. So they're sandwiched together, but you see where the pin is? It goes right down through to this, just in from that corner. And this is the last piece. Nobody has said whether or not, where's the chat? Oh, well, thank you, Carolyn. All right. I can't see any chat except when you guys are talking. So do you want me to do another one after this? This is Joanne Anderson's fabric. Now, if you send me more than one piece of fabric, you may not get a video on every piece of fabric you send me. Okay? Because I've got enough of these now. I'm going to have to start sewing these in strips. Okay. All right. 10 more. Oh my goodness. I only have about 200 of these to make. Hey, Linda. Hey, Freaky Geek. Sherry. Hi, Jack. Okay, we're going to take our pin. I wish I could zoom this a little bit for you guys. Whoa. I did. Okay, now let me see. Wow, that's better. Okay. If I don't move it. Oh, the patch. Good question. I don't know if it worked or not. You know why? Because if it did work, it didn't work till 3 o'clock this morning. And I got to sleep at 3 o'clock this morning and I slept until 8. So I got 5 hours sleep, but I'm going to have to try it. And it says, obviously, on the package that it does sometimes take longer because you got to build it up in your system. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I will keep you guys posted. I'll be doing it every night. I just won't be doing a little, I'm putting the patch on. Oh, don't do this to me. Thank you. I don't want to have to change my thread this close to the end of the star. Do you see where the pin is? And that is where we finish this corner. Now we're going to, this is much better. Well, that depends because, and I didn't know how much, I haven't really, but yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work. Let's see, in the corner, right there. I've been eyeballing this for a long time, so. And then we go back to where we turned. I can't sleep. I keep awake waiting on the nursing home to call. Why? What's going on with the nursing home, Lena? And again, as I always say, halfway through the road, I'm going to double back through another stitch just to keep things tight. Not tight, but to keep things from falling apart if a stitch breaks. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll be putting another patch on tonight. Okay. So here is Joanne's. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just beautiful? God, I love purple. Okay. All right. Now, hang on. Let me get this back down a little bit. It won't let me. You're stuck with it you're stuck with it this big, folks. Now, let's do M Shore. Oh, inventory. Good thing. I never did do a pantry video, but then things kind of got out of hand here near the end of the season. This is M Shore. Oh, Jazzy, you know you just give yourself a heart attack. See? Very first piece, corner. Now, worst case scenario. What's going on? I missed that. What's going on with Lena? I can't tell what kind of thread you're using. It looks like thick quilting thread. It's just plain, ordinary polyester thread. So I have spent... Okay. Mom's not doing good at all, Bev. The clot is worse. Oh, no, honey. I am so sorry to hear that. We will definitely, well, I keep you all in my prayers anyway, but I'll remember you in my prayers tonight and your mom. If you're using polyester thread, because that's what I buy at the dollar store, and half my fabric 60% or 60% cotton or more, then you don't want, whoops. You don't want to pull the thread too tight, because when your fabric pieces pull on each other, right? When you're using the quilt, the polyester thread can cut the fabric. Somebody told me about this recently, and I want you to know that what you need to do is not pull your stitches too tight. That's all. Just don't pull your stitches too tight. Oh, Bev, come on. This is why, and it can be a problem when you don't use knots. Things get pulled through a couple of times before you catch your first stitch properly. I scored flannel bed sheets. What? Set nice colors for $10. Ooh, oh my goodness. Good job. See, sometimes buying fabric isn't always the best idea. It was, oh, make your own clothes. Well, clothes aren't cheap anymore. Neither is fabric. So I've watched I've seen some women go to thrift stores and make coats and sweaters and jackets and everything out of sheets and crocheted blankets and all kinds of stuff. I just don't have that kind of time or energy or hands. Not when I have so many quilts that need to be finished. Okay. Oops. Oh, God. Snip this. And there's our first piece done. Now we turn it to the right or whatever way you want. And this is how we put the second piece on. You see, we want it to be here. So we're folding it down. Right side of work facing. Match it up with the corner of the yellow. And with the corner of the yellow on the other side. Take your pin. You see where the fabric is sandwiched? Right there. Right there. You go in. You kind of feel where the corner is, and then you just go through like that, see? And I nabbed it right on the money. I am missing chat all over the place. Yeah, but do you have beeswax to pull your needle through? Yeah, I do. I'm just too lazy to get up and get it right now. I'm not too lazy. That's not true, and I'm not being fair to myself. I'm in too much pain. My knees are in a really bad way today. So when I'm finished with this block, I have to go and load the dishwasher. And then I'm going to sit down and watch Call the Midwife and stitch some more. When I do these live, I'm doing these. I wish you could see better. Hang on. Let me see. God help me. Hang on. There, that's a little better. I always when I cut your fabric that you send me, folks, I always cut enough for if you give me enough, I cut enough for 2 stars. And so sometimes I'll do your stars, or if you send me more than one piece of fabric, you know, I may not do both on camera. It just depends on how much time I have to sit down here and do this. But in the next few days, I am going to be sitting down and piecing together a strip of these. And then I will sew it, but not these. I have to iron them first. And then I will sew it onto the strip I already have. Now, you see where it stopped at the pin? That's where the pin was originally. It stopped at the pin. We take the pin out. Okay. Grab the yellow from underneath with like this. Pull this up. Pull this up. Line your point up with the other point. See how well that sits? This is why we cut fabric so accurately. Because if you don't cut something like this, even if you're paper piecing, it's not going to come out right. It's not going to come out right. So save yourself the trouble, whether you're paper piecing or not, of making sure that your fabric is completely cut accurately. Okay? So be careful. Cutting is measure twice, cut once. All right, folks? It's the same with lumber quilting as it is for lumber. One day soon, I'm going to be putting my wool shop quilt on the frame and finishing quilting that. So there's going to be a lot of my live videos from here on out, guys, are going to be sewing ones. Unless I'm live in the office. You know what I mean? I can't see any chat. Hey, Alicia. Oh, isn't Landman awesome? I thought the season was done, but no, it's still running. We just got another one. It's an awesome series. If you got Amazon Prime, do yourself the favor. Watch Landman. So I'm going to move this so that it lines up with the yellow. See? Take my pin. Go down in like this. And I should hit right there. Oh, you can also sit and work on and that slipped. Some people don't like these kind of live streams just because They're boring. Not everybody sews. But if you have your own craft project, we used to do this when I lived in Wakefield. We had something called the Stitch and Bitch, where a bunch of ladies would get together and we would pay $2 a week, and that paid for the use of the Legion Hall, and we would all bring our sewing projects, knitting projects, whatever, would all sit in a circle and talk. Well, then it got fancy. And somebody decided, well, everyone's got to come up with a new project. And we were doing art projects and all that stuff. And it kind of lost the stitch and bitch feel. But that's pretty much what this idea is we're just going to sit here. You can do your projects while we visit. I can do mine. And we can sit here and stitch, knit, and bitch. Stitch or knit. Matt wants to know what Landman is about. It's all about oil wells. And I believe it's Oklahoma. Okay. It's all about the oil industry. And it drops a few hints about just how ridiculous some of these green energy ideas actually are and how worthless they can actually be. Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, even Demi Moore's in it, but not on a regular basis. She's got a smaller part, but then she can choose that. So, okay. Here, first stitch goes back through. Always reinforce the corners. Always reinforce the corners. And there we're about middle. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's on AMC. I don't know if we still have that or not. Here's stitching and bitching. That's right. Whoops. Oh, you're working on the bees, Freaky Geek. Alrighty. Can you guys see okay? Oh, maybe it's on Paramount. I don't know. But I've told Howie we're going to have to get rid of regular TV because we pay for it, but we don't watch it. The only thing we watch is Power and Politics and stuff, and those are automatic, like news channels, Canadian news channels, I believe, are free. Well, not free for us because we pay for the CBC. Thank you, Trudeau. While my bread bakes for supper. Oh, there you go. Hi, Audrey. Then it must be Paramount. I get those channels, and then when they start costing me money after, if I don't use them often enough, I just get rid of them. And then in a few months, I come back on. My series have all gotten their next season in full view, and then I just do a free trial again. But you gotta keep on top of those free trials, or they start billing you, right? Okay, into the corner. In through a second stitch. Pin is out. When I wanted to learn to quilt, so Mama sent me to a group of old ladies who would quilt to raise money for the fire department. Man, I got an education that day. I bet you did. We did that once. A friend of mine gave me a quilt top she had done. So I took it into again, not the stitch and bitch, but up here in low, and a bunch of us ladies got together and quilted it on my frame. I had my old frame. And then it was raffled off to pay for a hot water heater for our arena. So you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. Hey, Nina, kidney cancer. As it spread to my lung, just found out yesterday that it's now my liver as well. Oh my God, Nina. Oh, honey, that's horrible. Of course we will pray. I mean, it just feels like every time we turn around, somebody's got a blood clot or somebody's got cancer. And I'm not belittling it, folks. I'm just saying heart troubles, cancer, and blood clots seem to be a really big issue these days. You know what I mean? Thank you, everybody. Prayers, please continue to pray for all of our community here and everybody else who doesn't have anyone else to pray for them. God, please keep us mindful of all of our friends, family, and people out there that are struggling and don't have a community like this to pray for them. We lift everybody up. You know, Nina and Lena's mom and everybody in prayer, God. This is the year where everything, you know, I told you 2024 was where everything was going to become clear. 2025 is where we're going to see the results of the last 4 years coming into fruition. You know, so we just gotta, it's going to look worse. Remember, falling apart and falling together feels very much the same, right? So we keep praying. We keep, you know, turning our faces to the light. And here's something else I'm going to ask about. I don't care if it's winter or summer. When was the last time anybody saw blue sky? So the next time you see blue sky, please comment on Facebook or Gab or X. Just put the words blue sky. Because even when it's sunny out, I still see in clouds. It's nuts. Like it looks sunny, everything looks bright, and then I open the curtain, no, cloudy. How can that be? You know? Yep, hardly see any stars these days. Yep. Yep, you're right, Sherry H. This is what's going on, and they just think we're stupid. Oh, blue sky but cold. That's good to know. Because I'm telling you, you know what? We're almost done our second star. We only have one more to do after this one, so you folks let me know if you want me to keep sewing. Yeah. By the time everybody figured out what those trails were, by the time we all got believing that it wasn't just contrails, it was chemtrails, it was too late. It was already a given, and it was already happening. You got 8 more for just me, just 10. I missed that. I missed that. How's your mom, Jack? Give her a hug for me, okay? And I mean that. You go give her a hug from me. Uh-oh. There it is. Your points are on point. I used to quilt with Ladies Aid for years. Well, thank you, Jack. It's a lot of practice. I mean, I spent 5 years piecing a grandmother's flower garden quilt that was not paper pieced. That's on my sister's bed as we speak. Nice wind. I'll be putting Gracie out soon. If the back has a heater, the seat heater is broken. The seat heater is broken. The back heats though, and I almost never use it. The last time I used it, I had the flu, and I was bundled up and in this chair with the heat on, watching TV. All right, last pedal. Last one. Oh, you're so funny, Freaky. I could barely move this chair, but I'll tell you something. Bubba loves my chair. It's two things in one for him. It's a remote, which nobody lets him play with. So he can play with mine, and he drives it. It's the most precious thing. He sits between my knees, and he drives the legs up and down. He sits between my knees on the footrest, and then plays with the remote and rides it up and down. You know, some of the things that, keep babies happy are the simplest thing. All right. What time is it, folks? I can't see my clock from here. Oh, 4:18. Okay. Okay, now I have some things I got to get done, folks. I'm not going to be able to sew another star today. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? You just let me know. If you want me to sit here and sew with you tomorrow. I had a mourning dove stuck on my porch yesterday. I was able to take it in my hand, hold it, pet it, and then released it. It's not sick. I just have a way with wild animals. I bet you do, sweetheart. They bitch at me. Okay. All righty. My sandwich. My pen. Spending the day with us in your kitchen tomorrow or sewing, whatever you want to do. Well, it's not everybody's cup of tea, right? But tomorrow I got to edit tonight's supper video so you can have it. What's today? Tuesday? So you can have it on Thursday. Right? And don't forget, folks, patrons, Friday is my 61st birthday. I am going to be doing Freaky Friday on my birthday. So remember, be ready to dance, even if I can't. Go. Almost there. Almost there. Hey, Mountainside Homestead. Cornbread and tater soup. I think I saw that on Facebook, didn't I? Party time. Well, maybe I'll do one more star since people are still coming in. But I don't want to interrupt anybody making their dinner or anything like that. But let's finish this one and we'll see how everybody feels. Oh, it's not until Friday, so don't wish me happy birthday yet. I may be dead by then. Yes, I heard he resigned. It's all very stupid, if you ask me. He should have resigned a year ago. But now we're so close to an election in October. And when he resigned, he prorogued government. What that means is he's just basically frozen Parliament. Nothing can be done while government is prorogued. Okay? Prorogued, okay? So government now will not come back into session until the end of March. Hopefully they can get a leadership race going, but nobody really wants to take Justin Trudeau's place in the Liberal Party because he has just so thoroughly tainted it. But it's frozen. What's my shoe size? It depends on where you're getting them from. I don't order anything from China because their feet are tinier than mine and they never have a proper wide width. I am a woman's 10 wide width or a woman's 11 wide width or a men's 10 wide width. There we go. See? And this was from M. Shore. Oh, ow, my knees. I cross my feet in this chair on the footrest and my knees, just uncrossing my knees. All right. Now, I forgot who this one is. Who is this one? You guys? Let me see. I'll have to look through the bag. Oh, no. Okay, wait a minute. M. Shore. I believe this is Barbara McDonald. For a sec, I thought you mistook a knee for the armchair and stuck the needle in it. Okay, this is from B. McDonald. I don't know how much better you can see if the color, if it's like this or like this. Well, it's more better like this, isn't it? Let me see if I can get, no, that's not going to work. Okay. Alrighty. Always remember to put the extra straight pin back in the pin cushion or your chair will be full of them. Okay. Corner. And if for any reason your yellow block is bigger slightly, try and line it up so that it's all centered, okay? And in there that goes. Here we go. In from the corner. Right there. Right there. Oh, I should have rethreaded my needle. But I got enough thread left on this one to at least get the first petal in place. I told you that our oldest son and his wife told us at Christmas that they were having their first baby. They found out last weekend they're having a girl. Oh, wonderful. Where are you going, Stacy? Safe travels. If you're driving, do so carefully. Please do not drink and drive, toke and drive, or text and drive, okay? All right, you know what, folks? This is it for me. I have to go load the dishwasher. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it. Okay, now, let me do, oh, you don't want to see my face like this. Hang on a second. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, thanks for the stitching, bitch. Let me know if you want to do it again soon, okay? Take care, God bless, and remember, if we don't pray for each other, who will pray for us? Take care, God bless.